the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA.
This is two casting from San Antonio as the Spurs take it to the hardwood here at the AT&T Center. And the Wizards head back to Washington after today's contest. And at 19 games out of the top seed, they may not be world beaters, but a team that you can't sleep on.
Yeah, and remember, this is the second and final time these teams are, so they're going to want to ensure things turn out a bit differently this time around. I expect them to be as aggressive as we've seen all season.
Oh, for sure. I mean, they'll have to come out strong to get a different result. Losses happen. It's how you respond that really matters in this league. You got to be able to bounce back.
And now Washington's starting group. The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Jeff Ayers out there with Gortat. Washington on D. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
I mean, no stress in that one. Again, almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
And even more impressive, Greg, considering it was on the road. I mean, it's rare that you see a team get that hot away from home.
Here's Duncan following the bucket by the Wizards. Leonard on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Duncan.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
From deep, Wall. They get it again. Outside for Beal. There's a screen. Second chance shot. The shot misses. Great D that time from Green. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Excellent communication between teammates on the alley-oop there.
And that's what you need to pull that off.
And you do. You have to have both ends of that play, and they were fantastic on that one.
Now here's Wall. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable. The dish now to Beal for the three. That doesn't go either for Beal.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow. Offensively.
There's a screen by Gortat. Beal dishes to Gortat. He's guarded by Hill. 5 to shoot. Duncan with the block. And he recovers it. Offensive rebound.
And good defense there to play up and get a hand in the face.
Well, he's got
no doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a 1-footer. Come on now.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. So it's Washington now after the basket by San Antonio. There's the pick. There's Beal with the three. Second shot opportunity. The shot by Ayers, no good.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Green, the pass to Leonard. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line. It's going to be on John Wall.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
Well, Greg, you know, there's no question about that. You played on a tough physical Knicks team during your NBA career, and that would fall right in line with a smart, strong foul right there.
I agree. Very good point.
Now here's Wall. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game.
And he's clearly just disappeared here this quarter, not making any contributions here with his offense.
And Greg, it's been hard to watch. I mean, you can see his frustration. He's actually looking forward to the end of this period so he can have a fresh start for the next one.
And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. Wall, that's good.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Duncan. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And the slam dunk by Wall.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
There's a screen by Gortat. Beal against Green. And Gortat kicks to Wall. And count it from 19 feet away. Wall's got 6. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Wizards.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Now here's Beal. George Hill missing his last shot. Lets it go. And Wall gets it to go in on the assist from Beal. 8 points for John Wall.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Here's Ayers. Green with the rebound.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
The three from Hill. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, the Wizards head coach had a couple of moments for me. He talked about the challenge of game planning for Tim Duncan. He said Timmy's one of the best to ever do it on the low block. We've just got to play the percentages, force him to his left, and force him to make tough, contested shots. Guys, even though Duncan isn't a deadly free throw shooter, he knows how to draw contact. They want to avoid getting baited into silly fouls. Back to you.
And thank you, Doris. Spurs trail by 3. To the paint, Gortat with the steal. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. The offensive rebound. And that one's good by Porter.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do.
Now the pass to Anderson. Gortat with the steal. 3-on-3. Porter dishes to Beal. Unloads from 13. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
This is not a tough case to crack. I mean, if they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on defense.
Yeah, you can't fall asleep in transition. Everybody needs to hightail it back to stop these fast break chances.
Now here's Anderson. Here's Green. Count the bucket. Green's got his first basket. Here's Beal. An 11-point game for him in the win against Memphis. They set the pick. Outside, Wall. Gortat with the screen for Wall. The rebound by Anderson.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The drive by Green. And the shot falls short this time. Here's Washington. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. It's deflected. It's stolen by Hill. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Hill leading the charge. With this break in the action, here's a look at the teams that have blocked the most shots in the NBA this last month. Number 1, the Spurs.
You know, shot blocking can sometimes be like a spark plug or an energy injection for the defense. Their home crowd really gets into it when they throw those shots out of there.
A different look now for San Antonio. Simmons is checked in. And it's Mills in for George Hill. And then for Washington, Leonard, he's checked in for Gortat. Gary Neal comes in for Beal. And Brooks subbed in for John Wall.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Shots good by Mills. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Heat.
Yeah, the confidence just exuding in that performance on the offensive end. I mean, really illustrates how this team clicks when guys are communicating and executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA team, you've got to be able to have that kind of performance on the road. Focused, purposeful, and productive. Really solid.
Here's Brooks. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, I tell you what, getting out in transition has really been a big part of this run they're on now.
And the best way to pile up points in a hurry, just run and get your buckets before the defense can get set.
To the middle, here's Neal. Rebound San Antonio.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Spurs trail by 6. We've got 1:23 left here in the first quarter. And here's Mills from the arc. Shot is no good.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Simmons. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Diaw, the screen. Here's Simmons, just 5 to shoot. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Here's Mills, and it's good. Time running down on the shot clock. Mills has got his second bucket.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And that one's good.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now here's Brooks, covered by Mills. Chris Anderson pulls it in. Anderson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Wide open. No good on that last second attempt there. And that concludes the first quarter of play. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family in St. Louis, but said his mom...
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who...
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because she has definitely honed something special into him.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but I'm not sure some of the more delicate NBA egos could handle her trash talking them when she beats them in a game of horse. Bradley's not only got a special J, but he's got a pretty good disposition, too.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vamonos. And when you consider how the Wizards are doing, guys, your thoughts?
I just really like what we're seeing from a standpoint, forcing a lot of turnovers with those quick hands.
Yeah, those active hands, a number of steals early. They've been very aggressive.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Spurs. Leonard is the 3 with Duncan the 4. Then there's Hill, and it's Simmons in at the 2 spot. Back to Duncan. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points. I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Simmons. He's covered by Beal. But Trey tries again. Marjanovic. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. Second in field goal percentage, third in scoring, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And you mentioned it. I mean, one of the top shooters in the league, quick trigger with just a little better footwork. Boy, I tell you what, he could even move higher up the range.
Daniel Green, he's checked in for San Antonio. Gortat's checked in for the Wizards. Good.
You know what, guys, he can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Washington trailing. Here's Neal. He had 16 points in the win against the Grizzlies in Memphis. Here's Ayers. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Bulls. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time, sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, Washington, not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And seeing where Washington is, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yeah, Greg, it's been a shame for their fan base, too, because they haven't really had much to be optimistic about to this point.
And Beal kicks to Ayers, plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
He didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one.
Hill kicks to Duncan. Five to shoot. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. How about a look at a few of the hottest players in the NBA right now, the top scoring shooting guards in the past 10 games. Fourth, Bradley Beal.
And this is the cream of the crop at the two-guard spot. I mean, strictly in terms of their scoring ability and the ease with which they can overwhelm would-be defenders.
And that's exactly what they do, overwhelm you. This is an aggressive attacking group. Each one of these guys is a one-man wrecking crew offensively.
Outside Hill. Pass to Leonard. Off the pick. No good off the front iron.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall. And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
There's the pick. Fires the three. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
The defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. He doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Pass to Beal. There's a screen by Gortat. That one wide left.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Outside Hill. Here's Marjanovic. To the middle. They kick it out to Green from past the arc. Rebound, Washington. Gortat's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Neal. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Neal's got 5 points so far. San Antonio calls timeout. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with a win.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team.
Duncan kicks to Leonard, and that one is hammered home.
Tim Duncan, even in his advanced years, showing you that great vision and still getting it done. Nice pass.
Brooks against Hill. And Brooks, here we go. Duncan with the block, and they get it back. The shot by here is no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Hill has the open look. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Now it's a 6-point Spurs lead. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. A key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break. They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Beal against Green. Beal gets a wide open look. And another miss by Washington. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Pass to Dion. Inside. And Duncan throws it down hard.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that. I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
The Wizards shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first one falls. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. And Washington making a change here. And it's Brooks in the corner. Outside, Wall. Porter against Anderson. The drive by Brooks. Leonard kicks to Wall. Just 2 to shoot. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Leonard.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
San Antonio leading by 9. Mills. And a miss there off the inbound.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
Got a hand on it. Anderson against Brooks. Back to Anderson. The feed to Mills. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Simmons. And Anderson kicks to Anderson. Goes back up. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Yeah, just frustrated by their lack of production offensively, and I can't blame them. I mean, they're getting the looks, but the shots just aren't falling.
Yeah, and the slump that they're having shooting the ball can take its toll on you if you're not mentally strong. So I like this timeout here to try to get those guys reset and refocused.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Wizards was getting across in their huddle. He made no mistake that their game plan was to run their offense through Wall. Coach coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. I'm sure coach is hoping those changes turn the tide in this game and shrink the deficit before halftime. Back to you, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Gary Neal's checked in for John Wall. For San Antonio, they have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
And again, Washington, no good.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
Kicks it to Diaw, beyond the arc, and he gets it to go.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good. There's too much standing around here. There's spectators out there. When you're between the lines, you got to be active and moving. They got to look to get that ball inside and get some high percentage chances. That's a great job getting to the line here. You know, he didn't have a single attempt in that first quarter because I thought he was tentative. Much more aggressive here in the second.
Now here's Mills. D right on him. There's a good screen. Anderson passes to Simmons. From the arc. Aaron Brooks comes up with the rebound. Here's Neal. Got it. And he's now 3 for 5 from the field. Here's Mills. 7 points in the game. There's 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Diaw dishes to Anderson. And there's the 3-second violation. 3 seconds. Wizards ball. Wizards trail by 12. The drive by Brooks. And it's blocked.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Anderson with the block, but they recover it.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Now here's Mills, guarded by Porter. Feeds to Diaw. The 3. The shot no good. And we've reached halftime in this one. Spurs lead by 12. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, guys, I'm here with Bradley Beal. And Bradley, we've heard...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 15 points, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. He put last game's performance behind him, doing some nice work in the opening period tonight. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how... And that'll do it for now as we send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the second.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Leonard playing extremely well. He has 15 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond.
So on the floor for Washington, Gortat is out there with Jeff Ayers. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Brooks.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Taking 2 shots. No good on the second free throw. San Antonio leading by 11. Green kicks to Leonard. Aaron Brooks comes up with the rebound. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it. The fast break chance. Gets it down to single digits. Beal's got his second basket of the game.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do.
Leonard kicks to Hill. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And the double clutch layup in that situation, that's just him playing to the crowd, guys.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Wizards trail by 12. Brooks outside. From the high post. Count that one. Brooks has got 9 points. About 1 minute played here in the second half. Duncan outside. It's stolen. Hill against Brooks. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. Block shots, a stat that sometimes doesn't tell the whole story. Shot blockers aren't always elite defenders. And then the opposite is true. Their block shot totals don't quite capture that great impact they really have defensively.
You know, and Akeem the Dream, certainly one of the greatest all-around players to have ever played the game. An endless array of offensive moves down low, no doubt. And defensively, his numbers speak for themselves. I mean, almost 4,000 career blocks, 2 Defensive Player of the Year awards, just a legendary low-post defender.
He feeds it to Gortat. Misses from close range.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Hill passes to Duncan. Low block shot. And the Spurs scoring again.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Wizards trail by 14. Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
And how about the footwork? Check out those moves in the post and then the sweet finish to go along with it.
Excellent work around the basket. You're right, GA.
Left his man lunging and reaching for air. That was something else right there.
Spurs leading by 12. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. To the middle, here's Leonard. Stripped away. They get a hand on it. Here's Marjanovic. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Let's go to our 2K leaderboard. 3-point shooting, where you expect to see some high percentages from the shooting guard position. And that's just what this group has provided. You take a look at Green. He's absolutely deadly from outside. And, of course, Bradley Beal.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play 2 guard, but it... does help, and pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
Yeah, that's safe to say. I mean, these guys don't know the meaning of cold streaks. They're either hot, red hot, or sizzling. Those are the kind of shooters they are from downtown.
Brooks dishes to Ayers. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Duncan's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Brooks misses. San Antonio leading by 12. And Leonard gets it to go on the assist by Green. Green's got his 4th assist in this one. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Brooks kicks to Ayers. There's a screen by Gortat. Inside, and it's denied. In transition, here come the Spurs. Dishes it to Hill. From deep, Green. Here's Marjanovic. The Spurs have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. No good on that one. John Wall's checked in for Washington. So he comes up empty at the line.
Kevin, it's disheartening to see them keep missing opportunities to extend the lead at the line. I mean, when you have a chance to put a team away from the line, you want to take advantage of that. You don't want to give them a chance to come back on it.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 13 points for Hill.
He is scorching the D, exploding offensively.
Well, you know when you're in that kind of a zone, trust me, he knows he's in the zone right now.
The dish to Gortat. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
The past few weeks, let's see how Washington stacks up. 3rd in fewest turnovers per game. 9th in opponent field goal percentage. They also rank right there in the top 10 in fast break points. I mean, this is a really good transition team. They love to operate in the open court.
They don't make many mistakes. I just love the mental toughness. You saw 3rd fewest turnovers per game. Great decision making is so valuable, particularly down the stretch. Definitely a notch in their favor.
Anderson, he's checked in for Tim Duncan. Outside Leonard. Fires for 3. Rebound Washington. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And Beal kicks to Gortat. Wizards passing it around. There's the 3. And again, Washington no good. Spurs leading by 15. And Anderson has it in the corner. It's back to Hill. Gortat against Leonard. Here's Marjanovic. Releases from 15. And another. Basket for San Antonio.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Just trying to get a break in the action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened in on what the head coach for the Wizards was getting across in their huddle. He made no mistake that their game plan was to run their offense through Wall. Coach detailed the ways to ensure he's the one in charge out there, with the ball in his hands and the rest of the players falling in line behind him. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thank you, Doris.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Green kicks to Leonard. Fires, high post. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Well, it's been an outstanding game for them in the open court. Their fast break points really stand out.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've got down in transition.
Looking at who's out there now for the Wizards. Leonard, he's checked in for Gortat. And Gary Neal subbed in for Bradley Beal. Green, the screen. Leonard with no one around. Good, the assist goes to Hill. 21 points for Leonard.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Hill kicks to Leonard. To the middle. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Wizards trail by 19. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Green, the pass to Leonard. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. For three, Hill. And he gets it to go. Hill's got 16.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field.
Wall's shot is off.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far. Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Spurs leading by 18. There's the pass to Green. Here's Leonard, and he dunks it down.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Wall with it. Leonard picks him up. Wall dishes to Porter. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. And that's now 7 points for Otto Porter Jr. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Hill against Wall. Marjanovic. And the foul called on Gary Neal. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Simmons.
1:53 left in the third. And Diaw kicks to Mills. Off target from the wing.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
1:25 left to play in the third. Diaw can't hit. Wizards trail by 16. Here's Neal. And the basket good. Neal's got 6 in the quarter.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
And Diaw kicks to Mills. And the rejection by Leonard. Outside, Wall. In the corner, Neal with it. They get the rebound. Porter. Anderson with the block. Here's Diaw, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And somehow it's become a real struggle at the free throw line. He's lost his way there. I mean, he's not having anywhere near the same success he had there last season.
And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Spurs leading by 16. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Mills with it. He's got 7. Diaw with the screen on Wall. Off the screen. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Mills has got 9 points.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there.
No good trying to beat.
Here we go, San Antonio, please.
Okay. Back, fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. And San Antonio shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. We've got Mills. Boris Diaw is out there with Anderson. Then there's Chris Anderson. And it's Simmons in at the 2 guard. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Outside Wall. There's a screen by Gortat. Here's Beal. No good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Here's Simmons. And it's San Antonio with another. Wizards trail by 21. Passes it to Porter. Takes the three. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got his 4th assist in this one. San Antonio's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
There's the screen. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Beal's shot is good.
It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Spurs leading by 17. And Diaw kicks to Anderson. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
Wall attacking. He dishes it to Gortat. Goes back up. He lays it in.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
That's good.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Spurs have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Pass to Simmons. "11 feet away, and the Spurs scoring again. Simmons! For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Washington calls timeout.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now. And maybe he wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And the Spurs making a change here. Barnes is checked in and out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Now here's Mills. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Beal the pass to Wall. And that one's good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Mills dishes to Diaw. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Wall. And now here comes Wall leading the break. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
And no doubt about it, rebounding is an effort stat, folks. They've been more determined than their opponent thus far.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
Checking in for the Wizards, number 12.
Washington with the ball. 17-point game. Gortat with the screen for Beal. He kicks it to Ayers. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw. Diaw's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. It's Beal on the wing. That one wide left. Spurs leading by 17. Here's Simmons. Takes a 3. Diaw can't hit. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The Spurs making a switch here. Duncan's checked in. Washington with the ball. Here's Gortat. Crew on the 14-footer. Gortat's got 4 points this quarter. Here's Mills. Screen by Duncan. Here's Simmons. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Wizards trail by 15. Here's Beal. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And it's Duncan penetrating. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Outside, Wall. Pass to Beal. Fires it up. A rebound by the Spurs. Duncan's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Boy, it's been a rough day for him, Kevin. I mean, he's not the only reason they're down right now, but he's certainly one of them.
Here's Anderson. Washington with the rebound. Gortat's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Wall. Mills with the rebound. Mills has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Releases, but they get it back. Duncan kicks to Mills. Now here's Duncan. He's covered closely. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Wall passes to Gortat. And that one's good.
And that's what you want to see. Good, fundamental, sound basketball with the bounce pass.
Spurs leading by 13. Here's Simmons. Ayers grabs the miss. Washington has gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Down low. The shot, no good. So the Spurs will take it the other way. And here is Barnes. And here's Mills for 3. That drops. And the Spurs lead by 16.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
There's a screen by Gortat. Beal dishes the Wall. The 3-pointer, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Duncan kicks to Anderson. Back to Duncan, and he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Wizards trail by 16.
Anderson, Daniel Reed, George Hill. Wizards timeout call.
Washington calls timeout.
Here we go, San Antonio. Please give it up for the Spurs next team.
Here's the screen. Beal against Green. Now here's Beal, guarded closely. The feed to Gortat. The rebound by Anderson.
You got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboard.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
It's Beal on the wing. 3-pointer. Rebound San Antonio. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Beal against Hill. There's 1:47 left in the 4th quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Marjanovic for the 3. And good on the basket. Book it. And the Spurs lead by 19.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness.
There's a screen by Gortat. Beal from long range. That's good. And so Wall with the assist. Wall's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for San Antonio.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
Pounding teams, I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
And I think, guys, we sort of expected a win here in a season already with 66 wins. Tonight's win will notch that up one more to 67. A very dominating presence they seem to have nearly every time they come out on the floor.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
Yeah, you know, I thought the result might be a little different this time around, but clearly I was mistaken. And now they'll have to wait till next year for a shot at revenge.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Kawhi Leonard. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long. And really, if this had come just a little earlier, they may have been able to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree with you. They needed this a lot sooner than they got it.
Barnes against Beal. Second chance shot. Aaron Brooks finishes inside. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Now Hill. 16 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Beal, the pass to Oubre. Brooks outside. His three-pointer's off the mark. Green. No good. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard. Right out of the gates, he came out strong, making his first 3 shots and helping establish some offensive rhythm.
There's no question about it. As far as small forwards go, Kawhi Leonard is right up there with the best of them. You know if you leave him open, he's going to knock it down every look he gets. But what makes him elite is his...
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and